You went home, went back to school, and you actually went to college before you were sentenced. Tell me about that time before you were sentenced.
My parents tried to keep me on the right path mentally. They put me in Palm Beach Community College, and I did not complete the classes that I was assigned to. I barely showed up. I was more worried about going out and having beers and smoking bongs and smoking marijuana and eating some Xanax and having as much fun as I can while I can have it, because I know that I have a 15-year felony sitting over my head and I'm in really big trouble.
If you hadn't had that hanging over your head, would your activities and behaviors been similar?
I don't believe so, because I knew that I was going away. Like it's like telling somebody that they're gonna die in 2 years. You're gonna die. How is that person gonna live? They could either handle it productively or destructively. And I handled it extremely destructively because of my lack of structure. I had no accountability. So much stuff was going on with my parents and divorce and this and that and trying to keep their assets straight. I was cut loose. Do what you want. Here's some money. Just don't get in no more trouble. You know, no guidance.
Tell me about your sentencing, the time around there.
I got extremely introverted. My behavior became even more erratic than it was. And when the day came, my dad woke me up. He said, "Michael, put this suit on." I said, "Yes, sir." I got a smile on my face. I'm not thinking this is gonna happen. I've got the best a lawyer money has to offer. The best. We spent a lot of money. So I'm going in there thinking, they said I was gonna go to a psych ward because I had my psychiatrist and psychologist and a forensic psychologist come in there and explain my mental thought process and why I'm mentally insane. And when I went in there, we went through the whole court process and the judge told me, "Is that all the defense has to say?" My lawyer said, "Yes, Your Honor. We'll stand up for sentencing." He did an open plea, mercy of the court. I stood up. He goes, "Michael Christopher Knecht." I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Did you understand the proceedings and all the rules?" I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "I'm sentencing you to 124.8 months in the Department of Corrections, state of Florida, followed by 4 years of state supervision on probation, 500 hours of community service." And I broke. I turned around. I'm crying. I'm looking at my dad and my uncle. 3 of my family members are attorneys. And they're sitting there all the way up to my grandfather. He's an attorney too. Sitting there, and they are looking at me like, what just happened? The bailiffs come over, they cuff me up, they take me away. I'm never gonna see my family again as a free man for the next 9.5 years.
What'd your family tell you about their own troubles after you were taken away by the bailiff?
They had a sense of helplessness. They didn't know why this happened. There was supposedly an agreement already between my lawyer and the judge, and it went all the way out the window. They couldn't believe that their son that went to Jupiter Christian School, in their head, they have the affluent disease also. They bought everything that money had to offer, accident reconstructionists, etc. They knew they did everything they could. And when they seen that that didn't matter, and that their kid that went to private school from kindergarten to 12th grade is about to get put into the jungle, and there's nothing they can do. They cannot hold my hand, they cannot help me. Absolutely no control, and that's not what they're used to. And this all happens because of the lack of communication and drugs.